Did you get a new microphone? Corey sounds like he's, ready for talk radio.
I didn't, but I did change my voice.
Did you? Very good.
Yeah, Chat GPT changed his voice for me. He's upgraded himself.
Yeah.
Oh, like it.
Finally reached puberty.
Using AI.
Finally reached puberty.
All right.
I hope not. I really hope not.
We are live on YouTube. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Peter.
How's everybody doing?
Excellent.
I'm fine.
Yes, excellent.
Doing good. Good.
Yeah, enable chat.
We might as well. I mean,
Be kind of fun.
people want to talk to each other.
I think so.
I mean, if that's the case, why not?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys, chat away. From?
You're welcome, Marty.
All right. All right, guys. Well, welcome to the TruBadger Nexus Ecosystem AMA on Tuesday. We're excited to have you here, guys. What do you guys all think about what's going on in the world and the crypto market and blockchain, Web3, all that good stuff? We're engulfed in it ourselves here at the Nexus Ecosystem. So we pretty much live, eat, breathe, sleep, sweat, bleed Web3. And we're going to show you maybe a couple cool things today and pass it over to Peter to get us started. So Peter, what's going on in your world?
I mean, crypto market's still here. It's in this kind of, I don't want to say that, definitely not a bull run, but we've had some nice movement in the last month. And, I still think we're in the bear and glad for it. Today, we were actually looking at some tokens that back in the day, November of, 2021, that, were, $80 tokens that right now are 80 cents, right? So, there's some good buys out there, right? But you got to go and do your analysis on them and see if there's legitimate projects. And at some point, we're hoping to be able to do that and share some of that information with you guys, because ultimately the success of the market is the success of all the legitimate projects that are out there. One thing I do want to cover is I just got a text from somebody, they got caught up in some type of a, scam of some sorts, and we're working on some wallet stuff and different projects like that. And guys, we got to be so careful in this marketplace. People are still falling for, there's version 2, a second new contract being launched on TruBadger or a new contract here. You need to upgrade right away. One of the biggest things in this space that scam artists use is the fear of missing out, right? FOMO. You got to do this within 24 hours. You got to do this within this time frame. And I'm not going to say it's easy to detect these things, and it's easy not to get caught up in them if you are reacting to what you're reading. But here's the key, guys. I don't care if you tell me there's 1 minute left. I'm going to miss that event, right? Because whatever I do, I'm going to check, double check, triple check, and quadruple check anything. So the first thing I'm doing is if I go to click on something and somebody sends me an email, first thing I do is go look at the email address that it came from, right? I get an email that says, hey, your PayPal account, your $950 invoice has been, thing. First thing I'm going to do is go to the thing and say, is it from PayPal.com, right? Is it, invoices at PayPal.com? Normally, it's like, some goofy address that doesn't have the URL. No legitimate company or project. We're going to send something out from TruBadger. It's going to be from @TruBadger.com. So that's an easy way on the email side of it. If I get a text, okay, from an address, and it says my banking account is overdrawn, or, this charge has been put on my banking account, what's the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to log into my banking account and see if that transaction ever took place. I'm not going to click on the link through my phone because I know that could be a scam that's doing it. Why am I using these examples? These are non-blockchain examples, guys. I got an email the other day that said there was an Arabian prince that wanted to give somebody $50 million. They was having trouble getting into the country. I just needed to send them 1,500 and they would split the money with me on that. I also got one a few weeks before that said I had a rich uncle who had died over in England, right? And they left me a substantial amount of money. I just had to go out to this law firm. And of course, if you went and looked at that law firm online, it did exist. The problem was the person who sent me the email did not exist at that law firm, right? If you go back and you track these things, the problem is we get in a rush and we do this stuff. So this is not just in blockchain. It's not just in crypto. It's just in crypto, right? There's less enforcement. So there's a lot of people that are in there, right? It's easier if somebody scams me to go to the police department and say, hey, here's how I got scammed, for them to try to track it down. Not that I'm going to get my money back once I've done it, because they're normally overseas, but at least there's a way for me to feel like I've done something about it. In the crypto space, there is not. You must double, triple, quadruple check. If somebody says that TruBadger put out a new contract and a new token, what would be the first thing you would do? Oh, there's an AMA next Tuesday. Let me just wait and see if they announce it on the AMA. Oh, let me go to TruBadger.io, the website. Let me go out to the social media from there. Let me see if there's any mention of it on the social media. Oh, there's no mention of it. Okay, it's fake. Oh, let me reach out to Sharona or to one of the team members or to another token holder that I know. Guys, community is commerce, meaning you should get to know people in the community. Because if you know somebody in the community and you're not by yourself, then you could pick up the phone and say, hey, Doc, is there a new token that's out? Oh, no. Okay, let me avoid that scam. And guys, the one thing you should never do is click on any link. If you need help, we have our help desk, right? We've always had it since the day we've launched our token. There has been a link that you could go to and get one-on-one help from the team members, but yet people are clicking on random strangers to get help because they say, oh, this is Sharona, right? Well, guess what? Sharona will get on a Zoom with you. So really simple answer is somebody sends you a link, says, I want to help you. Let's jump on a Zoom. And if they say, no, I don't want to get on a Zoom, then it is not us. It's not Corey. It's not me. It's not any of us that are involved. Guys, we have to stop we as a community need to stop getting people caught up in scams. Right now, our market cap, 3.8, 3.9 million. If people had not gotten caught up in scams, guys, we'd still be at an $8 to $10 million market cap right now. We know that hundreds of thousands of dollars in tokens were sold that the people would have never sold. One sale was 50 grand. That person would have held on to those tokens for many more years. I know them personally myself, right? 50 grand at an 8 times thing, that is literally removed $400,000 of market cap in one situation because their computer got hacked and it got sold off. So we as a community, we as holders need to do our best to help educate and keep people from getting into scams. How do we do that? We build a strong community of people that know people. Reach out, get to know the people that are part of the community so they have somebody that they can call, right? I want to put in here, guys, and maybe you can tell on yourself some. How many of you guys have fallen for a contest scam where somebody said, oh, we're running a contest, just send us 1 million TruBadger tokens and we're going to send you back 10 million TruBadger tokens? How many people on here have fallen for the wrong website? I did. I was on a site, right, that where it was pinksale.com, I was on the Telegram. I'd gotten off Pink Slip. They were launching a new token. I said, oh, it looks like a pretty cool one. I was on Telegram, and I didn't realize that these guys did not shut off their chat from other people being able to post like you do during a token launch. They didn't know what they were doing. So what did they do? They allowed for someone to post a fake pink sale link in it. And instead of pink sale dot whatever it is, .io, I think it is, the person had put an I, a little baby I. So it was I pink sale. I didn't know it. I went to spend a quarter of a BNB, and they drained 16 BNB because I didn't read the transaction because the token was skyrocketing. So I went and pushed the button and didn't read it. And that was $7,000 gone out of my wallet instantly. They didn't get in my wallet, luckily, but I lost $7,000 because I was not paying attention. I was on a Zoom and trying to do that at the same time, right? Distracted, pulled it up and did not check the URL, right? Did not look and go, okay, let me look at the URL, www dot. Oh, wait, there's a freaking I in there. There's not supposed to be an I in there. And if I would have done that, if I would have followed my own advice, I wouldn't have lost 14 or 15 BNB to a scam artist, right? So I just, guys, we have to be careful. You can't do things when you're in a hurry. You can't rush into crypto. You have to pay attention. You have to do your homework. You have to do your research. It breaks my heart every time somebody calls me and says I've been scammed because there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing. I can't get them back their crypto. I can't get them back anything. And the person who scammed them sold the tokens off and drove down our market cap. So it doesn't only hurt them, it hurts me, it hurts the team, it hurts every single token holder that's a part of it when it happens. And so we've just got to be so diligent, right? Never go on a Wi-Fi that's not secured with crypto, right? You're traveling across the country and you stop at a hotel and you log into that hotel's Wi-Fi, you should never visit your crypto assets at all when you're on any type of public Wi-Fi. And if you're not on secure Wi-Fi, only when you're on a secure servers should you ever visit your crypto assets. We've got to be careful. We've got to do our due diligence. It's been a while since we've had a talk like this on security on where we're at, right? Because again, you're losing it now. Maybe you're losing a few hundred or a few thousand, but what when that asset goes up 100x or 500x or 1000x, right? And you weren't able to replace it, what does that do for your future, right? So we've just got to be, and guys, I fell for it myself, right? So, and I'm usually very careful, right? Learned a lot. We bought tokens there was one token project that me and Corey bought, and the guy did a live AMA, and an hour later, they ran off with all the funds. They hired a US guy. This is how bad these scammers were. They hired a US employee, someone here in the US, to do an AMA for them an hour before they ran off with all the funds. Think about the guy who got hired by them. He's thinking, man, I got a job. Oh my God. I was just used for a Ponzi scheme to run off with money. So the scam artist, because a lot of times I think we think, oh, well, this can't be a scam. It's this or it's that. It's one of the big ones is, what's the television show that's out there that they did the scam on? Scam token that went over $1 trillion or over $1 billion. It's the one where they dress up in costumes. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix. Oh yeah, Squid. Thank you, Drew. Thank you. Squid. Guys, that was so easy to not get involved with. I saw it when it was like at $10 million. Squid Games. I went, oh, let me go check. So I went to Squid Games official website, and there was no mention of a token. There's a fake token. It's got to be fake, right? If you were doing a token and you were Squid Games, first thing when I logged into their webpage, I wouldn't even have to look for it, right? I'm Squid Games. I'm getting ready to launch a token. It is going to be front and center on my website. There was another one that was done with Greta, the green energy girl, the young lady who became popular and went around the world, right? And she still speaks, right? There was a green energy one that used her name for it. I saw it. It was skyrocketing. It was just at the beginning, and it was just taken off, and it went over $100 million. All I did was go to her social media. She's a social media person. And I looked on her social media page, said, is she doing a token? No, she had not mentioned it. So I don't get involved with it. So that just doing a little bit of research and taking your time and not being, oh my God, I'm going to miss out. I'd rather miss out on a scam, right? And even miss out on a legitimate project if I don't have the time to do the research to get involved with it. And again, don't click on links. Don't believe messaging. Somebody messages you through it, right? We have a helpline. Go on the help desk beforehand and make sure that you guys don't get scammed, because again, it hurts every single person involved in it when it happens. So we've got to be more diligent so we can help push things forward and make it happen. So let's see what else we got going on. Guys, we're just working away in the background, working on new technologies, new stuff, continue to push forward, continue to push Otherverse. We're working on, hopefully we'll have the credit card processing set up for the membership packages there. Otherverse continues to move forward. We did a demo the other day, had a friend of ours on. We invited him on. He goes, oh, I don't know if I can make it. I'm in Dubai. I'm at a metaverse conference right now. And he did make it on. And when the metaverse when the demo was over, we didn't ask him to speak. We just said, hey, we're done. He goes, hey, I want to say something here before I go. And essentially what he said is, what I just saw, which was the base level of Otherverse, is better than anything else that he's seen his entire couple days there with the founders of the company, looking at all their brightest technology, all their latest advancements. You guys know that if you go to a show, like a conference, and you spend the money, especially going to Dubai, spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to go to a conference, you're going to show your latest. How many people here have ever in a business gotten ready for a conference, right? Like a sales show, like you're in the jewelry business and you're getting ready for a jewelry show, right? You literally weeks before that, because of the expense of it, you're trying to come up with something to excite your audience, right? The latest, the greatest. You're not going to tell people about last year's stuff, right? You're not going to show your mediocre mid-level stuff. You're going to show the best stuff you have. A matter of fact, and we've done this in the toy industry, we're printing off prototypes of packaging of stuff we're going to come out with in 3 or 4 months from now, because we're trying to find something to grab and excite people at the show, right? We're showing our next year's worth of offerings at this show because we're spending 40 grand, 30 grand, 50 grand to go to this show, and we want to make sure that we have a big impact. So I would assume, with that in mind, that what he saw at that conference was the absolute best that they have going on right now, even if they had to fake it a little bit, right? Because making prototype packaging, kind of faking it, right? Because we make it look real, right? We had a clamshell thing that would make the clamshells and make the blister packaging and we'd printed, it looked like it was came out of a factory, right? The prototypes. So when you think from that perspective, they showed the best they have, and what Jeff saw on this demo was better than anything else he had seen in his couple days there in Dubai. I just talked to somebody yesterday and they said, hey, this project is doing this and this one is doing this. And I go, look, it's all fake bullshit, guys. It's video that they produced in a studio and say it's a metaverse. There is none of that from Otherverse. The stuff that we're building is real. The stuff that's being built. I say we, I'm not building anything. I'm not sitting there, right? It's real, and it is going to be one of the leaders, if not the leader, in the metaverse. And not by my saying it. I'm not in Dubai. I didn't go look and see what they're offering. I didn't see the best of their best and said what we have is better than anything else that they've seen while they were there. That's what you guys have your hands on by being involved with TruBadger, with Safufied. And we'll continue to find those kind of projects, right? We talked about, you know, building the community. Community is commerce, right? Our free community where leaders were not being incentivized to help us grow it has shrunk down because of the bear market. Makes sense? So what do? We go find a partnership with Blockchain Alliance and say, well, you guys are some of the biggest networkers in the world, right? 5, 6 figure, 7 figure a month earners. You guys want to start something, you're going to build it, you're going to grow it. Then can we become part of that and help us drive by building a resource that Nexus is tied to, because we've put the work, the effort, the energy, and built into it to benefit our community, and we'll bring benefit to them, right? Mutual beneficial growth there, right? So we've put that together as well to where that in time will help us with what we're doing, the mission that we're on. That mission is to build real projects, find real projects that we can help support and be a part of, and build wealth through that mechanism. And it hasn't changed, right? We continue to push forward. We are right now, guys, ultimately, because the top of the market was 3 trillion. Even with this little bump, it's just a little over $1 trillion. I think it went to $1.080 trillion, 80 billion. Back down to about $1 trillion right now. It is still 1/3 of where it was at the top in November. And guess what? There's been thousands of tokens launched since then, which means really for the tokens that existed at the time, it's down even further. But we're still here building. And this is not a, oh, that happened 90 days ago. Right now, we're at 15 months. 15 months of a bear market, and we are still here building, creating background value in order to move things forward and make them happen. Every day we're working on this project, not just Peter, Corey, Dawn, Rhonda, Sharona, the whole team, Jan, the whole team continues to work to build value in order to move this forward. And I know a lot of you community members are still pushing, still doing what is necessary to make this happen. And that's what we need to do, is we need to grow. We can't just sit there on our hands, say, well, we'll wait for the bull market to come back and then we'll pull our hands out and then we'll go to work. No, you can't sit on your hands. You guys can't see my hands, but I'm sitting on them right now, right? Just so you know, sitting on my hands, that is not going to help us build success in the next bull run. What you do today will determine how much you benefit when the next bull run comes, right? You stay where you're at. Let's say you got involved in TruBadger and you got some BNB and you got some Ethereum and you got some Bitcoin and you got that, and you were here in November and the market went, the bear market came and you go, you know what, I'm just going to hold what I have. Then that is your position of the benefit you can have in the next bull run. Or have you said, well, I bought this token, I bought Ethereum at $4,000. It's at 1,500 right now. Went down to as low as I believe 800 or 900. I bought 1,000 in here. So what is my goal is, well, if it's down here and I still believe in Ethereum, I should buy 1,000 somewhere down in here, maybe cost average, because now I have 2 in, but instead of 4,000, let's say my average price that I got it at was 1,200. So I put the two together, $5,200. Now my median price of it, let's say, is 2,600, or halfway between, let's say 4 and 12, right? 52, 2,600. So once it goes over 2,600, I'm in profit on my full $2,000, right? I don't have to wait for it to go back over 4 before I get into profit. Now you have to believe in the project. You have to say, I know this one's going to be around because, it's doing this, 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 and this, and this. Not that we're always right, might be wrong. And there's other projects that have come down even further. Maybe you're in a project for $1,000 and it was, $1 token. And so you bought 1,000 tokens and now it's 10 cents. Well, guess what? I can literally put 1,000 in at 10 cents, get 10,000 tokens. Now I have 11,000 tokens. I have 2,000 invested in it. So what's my cost per token, right? 20 cents a token now, not even. So now I don't need it to get back to its all-time high. I just needed to get to 20 cents and I'm back in the profit again. And if it goes back to its all-time high, now I've made 5.56 times what I put into it in the first place. But again, you got to do the research and believe in the project in order to do that. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. These are all just common sense type things that when you look at it, the problem is we get fearful and all we look at is the loss. Oh, I put 1,000 and it's only worth 100 today. I'm just going to wait and hold, or I'm going to sell it and get out of it. You may want to sell it if the project does not have viability behind it. And that's when you sit down and you say, okay, I'll do the research. You might even have bought this on your cousin Vinny sending you a text saying, oh man, you got to get into ABC token, right? And so you just aped in and now now you're down. You go, oh, let me go do the research now and see if it's legitimate. Because let's say I bought in at 1,000, it's worth 100 right now. Guess what? I can put in $100. So now I'm in 1,100. And what do I need that to do? Double in price from where it's at right now. And I'm close to even, right? I needed to go back, right? You can just literally watch this stuff, because you're going to buy more for the $100, right? On that side of it. So there's just a lot of things that you can do, guys. We just have to understand, first of all, do you believe in blockchain? Do you believe it is the mechanism that's going to change the world? Do you believe that Web 3.0 is a greater opportunity than Web 2.0? Why do I ask that question? Because cryptocurrency is the path to Web 3.0. No crypto, no Web 3.0. No blockchain, no crypto, no Web 3.0. No metaverse, no Web 3.0. These are not separate things like, oh, the Web 3.0 is going to make it, but the metaverse is not going to make it. These are all tied together. Ultimately, Web 3.0 is the metaverse. It must have blockchain. It must have DAOs. It must have DeFi. All of these equations need to come together because that is the essence of Web 3.0. So now if that's the case, you believe Web 3.0 is going to make it and it is going to be the future, then the key is where do you position yourself to then benefit from where that's at? I wish I would have done this homework with the web, right? Back in 95, 96, because I would have taken the same approach. I would have gotten in companies, they would have went up, there would have been the bust. Instead of cashing out, I would have went in deeper after the bubble burst, right? The real companies survived. The fake ones fell away. I could have went aped into the real ones, which would have been Amazon, Priceline, eBay, PayPal, right? These are companies that if you would have aped in after the bubble burst, 6 months later when the bottom settled, and just put in some of these things $500, $1,000, a couple $1,000, where would you be today? So the same thing is repeating itself with it. Now, I believe, and this is the question that you need to answer for yourself. Again, this is not financial advice. I believe in blockchain. I believe in cryptocurrency. Just the other day, I can't remember who it was. It was one of the government officials that put out a warning that there's no value to cryptocurrency and blockchain. And all I think to myself is, how did somebody so stupid get put in a position of authority to be the head of something when you're that stupid, when you don't understand and realize that the blockchain is going to be successful? The blockchain creates real value, and cryptocurrency is the representation of the value that blockchain does it. How can you not see that the world is dying, earning? Just the solution is decentralization. Not bigger government, not more of all that stuff. The key is a decentralized, centralized, not a centralized, decentralized world, but a decentralized, centralized world, meaning centralized authority still exists, but mainly decentralization gives the power back to me, to you, to our kids, to our grandkids, the responsibility, the ability to thrive, the ability to create wealth, to create opportunity in the world. All of that is enhanced by decentralization. Decentralization is blockchain, which then cryptocurrency is the representation. It makes so much sense to me. How can it not to these people who have more information than I do? They've been put in a position of authority to control and make decisions for you and I. Right? Anyway, let me get off my soapbox. Guys, I'm so passionate about where we're going in the future of this, right? My daughter just got married. Next couple of years, probably have some grandkids. 30, 40 years from now, they'll be 30 years old and, just kicking things off and starting their families and all the great stuff that comes with that. At that time, I'll be like, 90 years old, right? Probably just getting started, starting a new company, a new thing, a new stuff, creating wealth for people. That's where I see myself at 90. I don't see myself in a wheelchair or sitting on a porch in a rocking chair, rocking back and forth. I see us going, man, blockchain's really happening now, baby. Come on, Web 3. What's Web 4 look like? Come on, let's do it. Maybe we'll be mining asteroids in space, right? Following along a little asteroid in our rocket ship. In a decentralized world where everyday people get to be part of mining that asteroid for $42 gazillion in precious metals, right? That is the you know, that's where I see the world, right? And think about that stuff, not just today, but our future, where we're going. So what else we got, Dawn? We got any updates for people?
Well, I love your soapbox, first of all. Keep on it. We really don't have any updates today. We're still just steadily working in the background, getting things done. Blockchain Alliance is moving along very, very well. We're super excited. There's signups, there's, you know, memberships happening there. That's been pretty steady. We're excited about that. There's a big meeting on Thursday, actually 2 kind of big meetings. We're very excited to see what that brings us. And, you know, all of you are a part of that. So we're very excited to keep that moving forward and see a lot more happen there as time progresses, because, you know, it's benefiting all of us. So congratulations. Otherverse is also moving along really nicely. We are working on credit card still. I know that's the biggest question that I get. When will credit card be an option? And that is still in the works. We have not dropped that by any means. It is still moving forward. It is a process. You know, I know you guys probably don't know too much about that, but it is a lengthy process. So it is in the works. We will have information soon. It will be incorporated as quickly as I can once we get all the, you know, approval and all that. And then we'll, of course, announce that credit card is now an option. So we're also working on credit card as an option for Blockchain Alliance. That's also in the works. I'm excited about that opportunity. Utopia 42, if you haven't been there lately, I encourage you to log in and jump back in. There is now communication implemented. So if you see other users there, you can actually communicate with them now. So that was a really big thing they were working on, and it's now final and complete and uploaded. So check that out if you want to. More things will be happening with Utopia 42. We've been really busy, of course, with these other major projects, but I am working with Reza again on our verse. We call them verses in Utopia 42. So we're going to get back to development there. He's also been super busy with Muon, the token, of course. He's a big part of that. It's still in testnet. They're doing a lot of testing there. It's going to launch pretty soon, but we'll give you details on that as we know them. But Utopia 42 will be coming along nicely. We'll have a nice museum there for everybody's NFTs. We'll have a lot of things in the works in this coming year. So other projects we're working on, we're not going to spill the beans on those. They're very, very exciting. I think you're really going to love them. Of course, we'll put them all to a vote like we're trying to do with everything we do now. And looking forward to all of that.
I'll explain something there, Dawn, is guys, so we're going to build the technology first. And then once it's completed or close to complete, then it'll be put to a vote to take it through, whether it's TruBadger or any of the other projects that we have, Safufied. And then the community will be able to vote whether it gets implemented through there or we use another mechanism. And the reason why is, and here's the problem with the whole DAO situation. If we put it out to a vote right now and said, this is what we want to do, then it becomes public record. First of all, if it's patentable, we just violate it and made it where you can't file a patent on it. Secondly, we've just told other projects what we're getting ready to do, and they could say, oh, that's a really good idea. Let's build it too. So there's some balance here that needs to be put together. And so what we'll do is we'll expense the funding ourselves, build it, bring it to the project, to the community, say, do you guys want to do this? If the community says yes, then we'll enter into a partnership agreement with the agreement, put the technology through, and we'll build value with that token being the base token of it. So just so it's really clear for people of how we're doing this, so we can still have first mover advantage, not give up first mover advantage. And how you give that up, you tell everybody what you're going to do before you actually do it. And these are the balances that are being found in DAOs, right? Is how do you do it? How do you have a community vote on something or be a part of something, but yet still have a 6-month and 9-month development time. And again, telegraph what it is that you're, what you're doing.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Yep. That's really all I got. Yeah, just there's a lot happening in the background. So we're excited to bring all those things forward very soon.
Yep. NSI guys still making progress, making a few upgrades. There's a few people on here that have been using NSI with some smaller amounts of trades, and getting some great results. Let's just put it that way. NSI right now making some changes to it. It'll be probably relaunched Friday or over the weekend, and that'll be available for people to do it. I was talking with Doug, and we believe that if you want to be in the decentralized space, now this is not an auto trading bot. This is a bot that you will make some determinations. It'll do auto sells and buys and stuff, but you're going to have to learn a little bit and connect with the community. But if that's you and you like decentralized tokens on the Binance Smart Chain right now, eventually be expanded onto other chains, and uses PancakeSwap right now for its for where it's trading. It's pretty incredible on the tests that have been done so far on the results that it's put together. Yes, insights. Yep. NSI. Yep. I'm so used to just referring to it as NSI. Thank you, Gary. It's Insights is the project in the token that's associated with that. So anyway, great results that are coming out of that. We're very encouraged with it. It took about a year longer, a little over a year actually longer, to get it dialed in and to get it right. The good part is again, I don't think we're even close to a bull run yet. That by the time the bull run comes, it'll be tested. It will be thoroughly, gone through a lot of stuff, and by the next bull run, who knows what'll be happening there. For people that have learned to use that tool, again, you're going to have to go through some education. You're going to have to keep an eye on it. You're going to have to do some work with that one. For people that are into trading, the good thing is we provide all the training for free. If you're part of Insights, right? So if you don't hold the token and you're using the software, and you're a paid member, there'll be a ton of training for free. You see some people, Lovejoy has been tester. You've got Gary that's been using it. How many people on here right now are using Insights right now, or doing the beta testing? So we've got quite a few people that are beta testing on right now, that have been using it. And again, it's promising, right? It's not dialed in yet, but it is promising. Yeah. I love Joyce. It's awesome, right? So she's already seen some great results, and we know some other people are as well. We're dialing in, how much per grid you should be using in order to maximize it, some other changes and other things that are being put forward. So again, guys, that's an entire team of people that are working on that. 4 people in the US that are working on it on a daily basis. And then, 20 people overseas, programmers, security, that are working on that every single day, pushing that forward and making that happen and be a part of that. So, we're working on projects for TruBadger, and we're working on projects for Safufied. So both of those, we're working on new technology, new stuff, all revenue producing ideas and concepts where, people will pay just like NSI, they'll pay in order to use it. So. Horn Player 88 said, can we extend it for 24 hours? Yeah, we can open up votes for probably 40. Matter of fact, let's do a vote on that. How long of a period we want to vote. We'll set up a vote for it, guys. That's the beauty of a DAO, right? We can, put a couple times in there, Dawn. I believe we can do that, right? Select which time frame you'd like 24, 48, 72 hours for a vote.
Yeah, we can on that. Absolutely.
All right, we're going to put that together. And guess what? We'll give you guys 72 hours to vote on how long we're going to vote for.
Woo-woo! That's excellent.
We'll launch that next Tuesday, guys. So next Tuesday, we'll launch the vote for us to determine how much time we want to have to vote in the DAO. So, and hopefully we can get some more people to engage there. And I think we have like 145, 150 people signed up out of the whole community. Wallets, not people, but wallets. Hopefully we can get more wallets to engage, more wallets to get signed up there to be able to go and vote on that side of it. Okay, more engagement from the community on the DAO side. Okay, Dawn, did you have anything else? I know I interrupted you there.
You did not interrupt me, and no, I think we're good.
All right, excellent. Corey, you got anything, buddy? You said you were going to show people some stuff.
Yeah, it was just, I guess, the treat for those of you all that have stayed on this long. I'm going to show you a couple of videos, just very short ones. First of all, the first video, have you guys seen the movie The Secret? Or read the book, or more particularly seen the movie? If you have, just put a yes or a 1.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Cool. Yeah, one of my favorites. A couple of you, if you haven't. But anyways, I'll show you the first one, and then the second video I'm going to show is what we'll be putting on the Blockchain Alliance welcome.
Drew said if he did, it's a secret.
Oh, Drew, I see what you did there. But you'll get to meet some of the more of the Blockchain Alliance team in the video, and it's a cool video. So let me show you. All right, share my sound. There we go.
A year ago, my crypto portfolio collapsed. My ambition died suddenly, and my motivations and relationships were in turmoil. Unaware at the time, out of my greatest despair was to come the greatest opportunity of wealth transfer in the history of the world. I was given the gift.
Blockchain Alliance.
Yeah. So fun. Yeah, baby. Richard said, yeah, baby. All right. And this one is the Blockchain Alliance member welcome. A little taste of what we're doing here. All right, just one. Let me make sure I got it pulled up here for you guys. There we go. Share sound. All right. You guys can see this okay? All right. As soon as it loads. Come on, baby. I just watched it. Give me 1 second.
Anticipation is making me wait.
All right, we got it. Here we go. Share sound. All right, we're gonna go over to Dropbox one, and here we go.
Hello, I'm Josh Medeni, and it's an honor to speak with you today.
My name is Casey Holiday with Blockchain Alliance.
John Nocti is here with Blockchain Alliance.
My name's Benjamin Notini, and I'm extremely excited for each and every single one of you to get an exclusive look at what we've put together with the Blockchain Alliance.
It's a community of people
From all over the world who have come together
to be able to succeed in this new world.
We are here to bridge the gap between you and everything you don't know about Web3.
The reality of it is that most people don't even know what Web3 is and how these technologies work.
I think you're aware that the largest shift of wealth that's ever happened is occurring right now.
So what can you do to prepare yourself?
We're bringing real solutions to the table
For a more open, decentralized, and user-centric internet.
We want to bring,
access to these projects just by simply being aligned with us.
we look forward to building this alliance with you
Grow with opportunity and grow with community.
while we bring the education of Web3 to the world.
Wow.
Wow. Love it.
Damn.
So, yeah. Yeah, I love it. So, yeah, guys, a lot of stuff happening in the background as always. It doesn't ever slow down for us here, but we're excited to roll things out. And we are connected to some very important, influential, and more so genuine, integral people. So we're excited, and as well, you guys all should be excited. And thank you for staying plugged in and excited with us. It's a lot more excited to be excited in a bull market than a bear market, but it's also very excited to be aligned with companies like you just saw and partnerships like you are seeing, and aligned to a team that just doesn't give up and continues to work for relationships that work out for all of you. So thank you all for joining us. I think that's
Well,
all.
yeah. Final thing, guys, is there's going to be a lot of people 6-12 months from now that are going to go, why didn't you guys tell me all the stuff you were working on? Why didn't you tell me all this great stuff was happening? I would have engaged sooner. Oh my goodness, would I be in a different place if I could have, would have, should have known? But guess what, guys? We're sharing it with you. We're showing you what we're doing. We're telling you what our belief is and why we're doing it. So, you know, if people aren't paying attention, there's nothing I can do about it. I'll be sad for them, right? But I'll be sad from them on my beach house in an island that we own together, that we're out on the catamaran, right? With the Wi-Fi going, because I'll still be working, right? I'll be on the catamaran. Hopefully I can get a waterproof laptop, so that way when I go for a swim, come back with wet hands, I don't blow myself up or ruin the device, right? But, you know, we'll be enjoying life and having a great time, and in having experiences that most people can't have, because we continue to engage, and people have to plug in. Web3 is the future. And all that it is combined together. And you can see, you come on here every week, and we have new stuff that we're showing, talking about new projects, new partnerships, new things that are coming together. You know, you just got to do your part and engage on the level that you feel comfortable with. And, you know, the future is extremely bright. Everybody have a great rest of your week. Happy Valentine's Day.
Love y'all.
Gonna do my little heart.